Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is April, and for today's tea talk, I'm drinking Leaf and Twigs cardamom and cinnamon black tea. It's called Fireside Evenings. It's really good. I actually like this both with just hot water or with milk. I know it sounds a little bit weird, but it almost tastes a little bit like a chai latte if you have it with milk, so I think you can do both, and it's perfect for this kind of season, so I'm really loving this tea right now. It's absolutely amazing, and if you're interested in trying it, I will link it in the description bar down below. But for today's video, I just wanted to talk to you guys about some books that I feel have helped shape me as a person. There are a few books here that I've mentioned in previous videos, and there are a few books that I don't have the physical copy, but I actually have them digitally on my iPad on my Nook app, so I'm just going to briefly mention a few. We're going to start off with The Secret, which I've talked about I think quite a few times. I think I did a separate book review video on that, and if you want me to do separate book reviews on certain books, just let me know and I'll do that and go more in detail. But the book The Secret has actually just helped shape me into thinking a little bit more positively, because I see how important it is to have positive thoughts and how much negative thoughts truly do shape your world. So that book has helped me in that sense. Another book that's digital on my iPad is called Wild at Heart. If you are a Christian, Wild at Heart is a book by John Eldridge, and it has really helped me understand who I am and what I need, and also who men are and what men need. And Wild at Heart is actually intended for men, and there's technically a woman version. It's called Captivating, I believe. I'm trying to remember, but I've read both, but Wild at Heart I read first, so I think that's why it helped me more in that sense. So Wild at Heart was great. So those are the few books that I wanted to mention that I've read digitally. This book, The Happiness Project, this is by Gretchen Rubin. It's a fairly popular book. I know a lot of people who have read it. Basically, she talks about having a different theme for every month. Instead of doing like New Year's resolutions where people like make a goal for the whole year and it seems very big and I don't want to say like far-fetched, but like it's like one goal and that's pretty much like it. She does different themes for the month. So one month the theme will be love, the next month the theme will be like finances, and the next month the theme will be playing. Just different themes for the month to help you just grow as a person. So I really liked that book, and I thought it was a great approach to goal setting. So I think if you're looking for a different way to approach your goals, if maybe the way that you approach them now isn't necessarily working for you and you're not committing to it, this may be a great alternative to approaching your goals and actually fulfilling them. This next book is called You Can Be Happy No Matter What. This is by Richard Carlson. This is a really great book. It's got 5 principles for keeping your life into perspective. I think the biggest thing that I took away from this book is that your thoughts are just thoughts. It's not necessarily your reality. And the way that it's broken down in this book, the way that it helps you explain it, it breaks it down to the pure core of that philosophy, I guess you want to call it. And it really helps you adjust to you understanding that and really feeling that and believing it. So that's another thing that helps you really think positively and understand that sometimes if you are anxious or a little bit more on the high-strung side, the way that I am, to not necessarily believe your every single thought and not believe every single doubt that you have, and that sometimes you're not always right. So it's a really great book to help open your mind and help you understand that you can calm down, because everything that you're thinking may not necessarily be true. This next book is Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. So Elizabeth Gilbert is now my favorite author. She is the author who wrote Eat, Pray, Love. I think most of us have read that. If you're into like more novel type books and less like specific self-development, self-growth, whatever you want to call them, those type of books, I think Eat, Pray, Love is a great start. For some reason, I don't know what it is about the way that Eat, Pray, Love is written, but it really just makes you want to grow and better yourself and focus on yourself, and I think it's a great memoir. So if you haven't read that, I highly suggest it. But she just has a way of writing, Elizabeth Gilbert, that is so captivating, and you kind of don't want to put the book down. It's almost like you're in the middle of a conversation with someone and she's speaking directly at you. So she's got a great way of writing. So any of her books, I would recommend them. But Big Magic in particular, if you are a creator, and I don't just mean a creator in like an artistic sense, but maybe someone who is a business owner, or you just want to, you know, step out of your comfort zone, I think Big Magic is a great book for that. It's about creative living beyond fear, but again, not just creative living in the sense of artistic living, but just letting go of all of those fears, letting go of all of your doubts, and understanding that you were placed on this earth to do certain things. I just think that this book is amazing, and she just really helps you break those barriers with yourself and to trust yourself a little bit more and to just go for it, no matter how good or bad you think you might might be at something. Now this next book is really interesting. I wanted to spend the most time talking about this. I'm actually still in the middle of this book. I only recently started it. I'm about halfway through. I started it about 2 days ago. This book is very wordy. That's a really bad term. I don't even know if that is a term, but it's called The Courage to be Disliked. Basically, the entire book is actually a conversation. It's literally a conversation, the entire thing. It is a whole philosophy book. It's about just changing your mindset on why you feel the way you feel about being disliked or not accepted, and it breaks it down so far deep into your core you can't even like argue it. It's so well written and so thought out, but it's extremely wordy, so you can't read it all in like 1 or 2 sittings. If you're one of those like speed readers where you like to just read everything at once, it's something you really have to take in and process and like take it a step at a time, think about it and accept it, and then move on to the next portion of the book. So it's a really good book so far. I love it, and I'm really starting to implement the philosophies that they talk about in this book into my own thoughts every day, and it's just helping me let go of things and not be so, not just not dwell on things that are so beyond my control and that honestly don't matter at the end of the day. So while I'm still in the middle of this and I haven't finished it, I actually highly recommend it because it's already so far changed so much about my mind. So those are the few books that I just wanted to share with you guys, and I hope you guys liked it. Please feel free to leave comments in this comment section below about books that you guys like. I'm always up for reading. I read constantly. I have a bunch of more books that I want to read inside, and I'll give you guys an update if you want. If you want, I could do separate book reviews, even if it's just on my blog, you know, on each of these books to just go further into detail about them. But just feel free to let me know more books that you think can help change my life, and I will keep continuing to read books and share books with you that I think can help change your life. So give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on those bell notifications right below. That way you can get notifications every time I put out a new video. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.